Julie Anley from Lemonaide, sharing effective ways how to address verification processes. Julie, I'm going to hand over to you for positioning Lemonaide Beeswax in the solution. Thanks.
Thank you, Chris. Hello, everybody. You've already been welcomed, so I'm not going to spend any time on that. And I think after the conversation that Francois has had with you, I can almost guarantee and see you all sitting with your hair or your hands in your hair going, oh my word, what else do we have to do? And I'm going to share my screen with you just to show you how the system is able to assist you to bring together everything that we have spoken about. So I hope everyone has got a visual on my screen. This is what the application looks like. And you will see that on the left-hand side, we've got all the different modules available to you. So if you are uploading a natural person, meaning a normal human being, or a legal person, which is a company, or a trust, or a partnership, or an employee, or a vendor, you're able to use the application, and that will then help and assist you to categorize all the different people that you engage with and that require fixed screening. So it's very simple to upload any information, and bear with me, I'm not going to go through all the detail and all the possibilities we have with regards to API integration into maybe you are using a system or you do have a client capture system in place. We can integrate with that. There's various ways of obtaining or getting the data into the system. So fear not, you don't have to use this as a standalone. You could, but you don't have to. There are ways of us getting the information into the system for you. All you need is a name, a surname, and an ID number. And on a company, you would need a company name and a registration number. What the system would do for you is it then runs against the requirements that are entered in your RMCP, and it will bring back results for you. So all you have to do as a user is insert the name, the surname, the ID number. The system in the background will do what it needs to do, and you only have to review the details. So instead of searching for any data, the system does that for you. I can purely analyze what my client would come out at when looking at his risk factors. So the tabs at the top would then allow you to have a look at specific detail. The ID verification would be a call that is returned back from Department of Home Affairs. So based on the fact that I've inserted an ID number, it tells me that this ID number belongs to a person called Sandra Fourie. She is not dead, otherwise there would be a death date. So I know that the person I'm dealing with is alive, kicking, healthy, and good. If this photograph matches the person that you are dealing with, then you know you are good to go. Now, from a FIC compliance perspective, I have verified the identity against a golden source, which is Department of Home Affairs, looking at the ID of my client. So ID verification, done and dusted. I can then have a look at the screening results, and the basic requirement that is needed is to run a sanctions check against an individual, as well as whether or not they are politically exposed. You can do further searches. You can do a whole lot. We've got over 150 different searches which you can perform, and that would only be done when and if needed. The three basic searches you need is your ID, PEP, and sanctions. Now, if I clicked on the screening results tab, if I scroll down, it tells me that I've run Sandra against land claims. So if she were an owner of a farm, I would be able to see as to whether or not there's a land claim against her. Perhaps she's placed a claim against somebody else. That would also reflect under land claims. It tells me that it's negative. In other words, she's not involved in any land claim whatsoever. PEP, there it tells me she's negative. Political exposure. The Beeswax application does not only look at direct PEPs, but if she were in business with a politically exposed person, if she were married to or a family member of a politically exposed person, that information will be returned to me, and I would be able to see how is she connected to a PEP. So we don't only reflect or review or give direct PEPs, we also give PEP associates. Then you've got reputational exposure. I'm not going to go through all the different searches that we have, but as you can see, these are the searches that I've run against Sandra, and all of them are negative. In other words, she doesn't appear on any of those lists. So again, from a FIC perspective, I know that this client is not involved in anything that she shouldn't be involved in or anything that I should be aware of as an accountable institution. The risk assessment we pre-populate for you, and this is based on your RMCP. So to date, we haven't found a competitor that aligns your RMCP in the same way or fashion as we do, which allows you to have different questions and answers related to the type of transaction that you're doing with the client, the dealing description of the client, as well as the amount of money that is involved with this particular individual. Each of those answers are all in the form of tick boxes or little drop downs. And as I said, we pre-populate this for you. So again, all I need to do is click on the risk assessment tab, review, make sure that the answers are correct, and apply my risk assessment. What that does is it will then combine the answers that were selected with a screening that was run. It gives me a score. So again, if we refer to the FIC Act, if you have a look at section 21A to H, it indicates that you need to have your client risk rated and you need to have the screening results done. I'm completed. I have done what I need to do. So my client has been verified, the screening's been run, the risk assessment has been applied, so it's aligned to my RMCP. My client's been risk rated. That risk rating will place my client in a risk type. This particular individual is medium, obviously not because of the screening, but perhaps answers that I have laid down in my risk assessment. And we categorize them. So there it shows me of all the natural persons that I have on my system, I have a population of 1,241 individuals. 54 of them are high risk, 11 are medium risk, and then I have 1,052 in a low risk category. So with the FIC walk through my door, I'm able to say, here we go, Mr. FIC. I have got so many high risk clients you selected. We've got various reporting tools on those. So you would be able to report on your high risk to say, well, of the 54 high risk clients, I've got 30 that are PEPs. I've got 12 that perhaps due to the risk assessment has been highlighted as high risk. So you have got full feedback and control over all the clients that you deal with. And I've spoken a lot, but to complete this process on a natural person takes no longer than 3 minutes. We are being used at most of your major banks as their onboarding system. We are used with car dealerships, group car dealerships. We are with Westbank Agri as well. They use it for the land claim particularly. So we have got quite a nice extensive footprint, and the system has proven to save a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of stress when and if the FIC does come knocking on your door. The same would apply to legal persons. The only difference here is you would upload a company name. We will automatically hit subc, return the data to you and say, for this company, these are the active directors, and the screening I've just shown you on Sandra would automatically have taken place on your active directors. So again, saving you time and effort in having to have to obtain information and data on particular individuals. With regards to employees, we've also incorporated your crim checks. We also do verifications using a barcode scanning device, and it's not an actual device. It is software that's implemented in our system. So would you have to screen your employees and you've got foreigners, you can upload their passports, their visa, their asylum seeker certificate. As long as we've got a visual on the barcode reader in the software will then return to you the validity of the document, the name and surname that should be on the document, and the photograph that should be displayed on the document. The system allows for you to save all information in your document library. So we've got a full document library system, which is a document management tool. So anything that you upload to the system in form of drag and drop would be saved in your document library. So for the first time, you have a fixed system that is going to keep all your data neat and tidy in one space on a platform, and all your ongoing searches would be related to the risk type, and it will automatically run at intervals which we pick up off your RMCP. So that, in a nutshell, is what the application can do and how it can assist you in ensuring that you will be FIC compliant. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Julie. Yeah, I think everybody will agree that it's truly remarkable, and it's going to save everybody that need to do the verification, save them time, and time is money. And it's a very simple, easy process. So thanks a lot for that and what you've done in terms of to develop that, and also the willingness to make it available for Agri clients. I think it can make a huge difference, and we will continue the discussion around that.